What's up? Good morning, Raider Nation. Happy freaking hump day. It's February 26th, and this is another edition of the Raider Reaction Morning Show. I am your host, the Commish, and it is time to jump knee deep and get right into it. The biggest news of the last 24 hours was obviously Mike Mayock stepping up to the podium and speaking his mind. Speaking his mind to some meant different things than it did to others. Those who wanted to feel like he was 100% back in car took that bitch and ran with it. But in the reality, is that really what he did? He gave you all the statistical nuggets that everybody who would defend Derek Carr would give you. But let's take the first part of the press conference and you judge for yourself. The first time the question of Derek Carr was brought up.
Hello, everybody. Amo, how you doing, man? Good. I have no statements. Anybody want to ask a question? Go ahead.
What's the state of your quarterback situation? Are you committed to Derek Carr, or
I'm sorry?
The state of your quarterback position. Where are you guys? Are you committed to Derek Carr?
I'm surprised that it took two questions to get to Derek, but thank you. I mean, the bottom line is this. I think everybody needs to understand at what level Derek Carr played last year, okay? The guy completed 70% of his passes. He had almost a 3-to-1 touchdown interception ratio. I think we're number 11 in the league in total yards. We were 7th in third down conversions. We did a lot of really good things on offense last year. The disconnect was we didn't score a lot of points. You're 11 in yards and 24 in points. There's an issue. It's defense, it's special teams, it's not scoring in the red zone, and it's not scoring in goal to goal, okay? So to me, those are the issues. Derek Carr played at a high level. I'm very happy with Derek Carr. What I've told everybody I've been in touch with since the day I took this job is we're going to evaluate every position every year. And if we can get better, we will. And guys get tired of me saying that, but that's really what I told Mark Davis before I took the job, and that's my mantra.
Now there you seen it at the end. Did he not give a loophole? Spent a couple minutes telling you everything great about Derek Carr, but then tells you, oh, we're going to evaluate every position, and if we think something's better, we'll go in that direction. So can you not fast forward to a couple months from now and the possibility of you seeing a press conference saying, well, we just thought it seemed like a better direction? They completely left himself a fucking out. There was nothing concrete about that segment of the press conference. Those who are trying to take it and run with it like that was some sort of affirmation, come on, man. Get your head out of the fucking sand. That was your typical off-season fucking song and dance. I'm going to stand up here at the podium. I'm going to say this and that. I'm going to compliment him. I'm going to compliment this, and actually not say a motherfucking thing. That's basically what happened as he continues to talk about the quarterback position. In a little more specifics, explaining the process of still shopping for one.
You guys be connected to a certain 42-year-old quarterback.
I don't make anything of any rumors. All I can tell you about free agency, because I'm not allowed to talk about any of them anyway, is that I've watched tape of just about every guy out there at every position. And all that does is uphold what I'm telling you, is that every position gets evaluated every year, and if we can upgrade it, we will. I think arguably the quarterback position in the NFL is the hardest position to play in any pro sport. I believe that. So we spend a lot of time every year on the college quarterbacks, on the crop of free agent quarterbacks, and we'll always do that, especially with a head coach that's quarterback-centric. I'm sorry?
Ventures within our building, but also for me to be able to have good discussions about this whole moves on trades. Again,
interesting. I mean, the traits are leadership, their accuracy, there's pocket awareness. There's 100 different traits I could roll down for you. I think you need to be a leader of men. I think you've got to have a mentality that when you get in the huddle, there's 10 people expecting to follow you. And you have to be that alpha male. And I think alpha males show up different ways. You don't have to be a screamer and a yeller, but you have to earn the respect of your teammates. After that, what you're talking about is a guy that can handle John Gruden's offense, can spit it out, has the intellectual capacity, the gigawatts to handle all that and translate it on Sunday. And on top of that, of course, is accuracy. I think pocket awareness is an underrated commodity. I think it's difficult to really evaluate too many college quarterbacks on pocket awareness because they're playing a different style of football than we are. So I could give you 1,000 things over 10 hours and bore you to death, but that's kind of the top-end view of it.
Like the NFL, right? And especially within the scouting community and the coaching community, we all think we have everything figured out in one snapshot, right? We all do.
I would argue that there are just as many misses up top at wide receiver as there are at quarterback, and if you do the numbers and look at the first-round picks. But I think the biggest deal at the quarterback position is just the transition from the way they play in college to the way we play in the NFL, the verbiage, the huddles, the leadership. And then once the ball snapped, when that picture changes, when you think you see something and the picture changes, your ability with a group of grown men trying to knock you down to stay in the pocket, handle it, and go through progressions and find the right guy to get it to. I've asked this question when I was on the media side. I asked all the top quarterbacks over the last 18 years. I sat down with the Mannings, the Bradys, everybody over the last 20 years. Is pocket awareness innate? Or is it something you can learn? And almost every one of them said, I always had it since I was a little kid. You can learn some ball security, drop your shoulder, try and dip through there's some things you can learn, but for the most part, you either have it or you don't. An ability to sidestep and find a lane to throw the football. So it's a really difficult quality to understand.
And then he continues on to sit down with Pat Kerwin, Sirius NFL Radio, and basically say the same thing. Praise, praise, praise. With then a big question mark loophole at the end. Left themselves as an out. There was no affirmation of anything that was said today. And those that are trying to take it, quit trying to read the fucking tea leaves. You're not a psychic. Put your tarot cards away. He did not show anything today.
Try to tell people that you don't understand how good a quarterback Derek Carr is. I mean, the guy completed 70% of his passes, had almost a 3-to-1 touchdown interception ratio. We were, I think, 11th in the league in yards. We were 9th in the league in passing yards, 13th in rushing. I mean,
and he's under contract and he's young.
and there's no guaranteed money left. I mean, he's 28 years old, right? And he just completed 70% of his passes. And I try to tell people, I think that the point number one is, listen, we got a quarterback in year 2 with John Gruden that's playing at a high level. There aren't many human beings out there that are going to play at a higher level than he does, okay? The caveat to that, and what gets people all excited, is I came in day 1, and I said, look, my job is to evaluate every position every year. And if we can get better, we will. If we can't, we won't. And people, you open the door and you're not. That's crazy. I mean, John and I respect and know what we have in Derek Carr. Trust me. Okay, all the rumors that are out there are rumors. My job is to evaluate every quarterback that's a free agent, every running back that's a free agent, every wideout, every lineman, and I do.
I know you do.
So, and we do, John and I. And so we're trying to get better at every position.
It's time for Prime.
Good morning. This is Prime, and this is the Prime Cut. But I tell you what, if I were an actual professional athlete, I'd be on the 15-day DL right now. That's right. Not doing too well. And this Prime Cut is brought to you by muscle relaxers and steroids. Oh, yeah. Getting the good stuff. Anyway. Well, speaking of which, not steroids or performance-enhancing drugs or anything like that, but the Combine just started, so I tell you what, I'm going to delve deep into it. I wish I was there in Indianapolis right now, but it is one of the greatest spectacles of men. So, ladies, if you ever want to see a bunch of ripped dudes, healthy, strong young men, in their underwear, check out the combine. Anyway, but no, I'll look at all standouts. I'll look at some of the big players that submitted or that practice at the combine and do stuff. I'll check out the big stories and such. All that's going to be coming to you on the extended cut, of course. So I'll be on tomorrow night, wait a minute, tonight. What day is it? I don't even know. I'm all woozy. I got a guy trying to play me in Madden right now, my off-season Madden league, and I was supposed to play last night, but let me tell you, folks, the first night I took some of this medication, it was special. Let me tell you, I'll just say that, man. I wasn't going to play any video games where I had to, figure anything out. Like, I was good for checkers, maybe. Anyway, that's a whole other story. But the combine's going on, and so I'll be taking a look at it. I'm still just gearing up for the draft. Once that draft hits, and I tell you what, we're only weeks away from camps, training camps. Can't wait to get to training camps and position battles and all that kind of good stuff. Until then, it's just summer. And, sorry I wasn't with you, this morning, or yesterday morning, I mean. But, I did want to mention one thing. They had the celebration of life for Kobe Bryant there on 2/24. And there were a lot of people there. I mean, Michael Jordan was there, Shaquille O'Neal, I mean, Kevin Hart, Kanye West. I mean, there were people there from all over, all walks of life here in America. I mean, they actually sold 20,000 tickets to people, but I heard there was 80,000 that were trying to go. So ultimately, a lot of people wanted to show their love and celebrate the life that was of Kobe Bryant, and that's really cool. I think one of the best parts of the celebration was Michael Jordan. I mean, Michael Jordan. I mean, how often have you really heard Michael talk? Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player to walk the planet. How much have you ever heard him really speak? I can't wait for the documentary that's going to come out about the 95-96 Bulls. Ooh, that's coming out sometime. I don't know if it's this year or next year in 2021 or something like that, but man, I cannot wait for that. But Jordan, he's on the podium there, and he's giving his condolences, and at the same time, he's crying, he's bawling, and I don't know if you've seen any, crying Jordan memes, but he actually said, all right, here it's almost time for another. It's like a second wave of Jordan crying memes, because his eyes were red, tears were streaming down his face. I mean, James Harden had sunglasses on the whole time. I mean, there were people that were feeling this. It was sad. So anyway, I just had to say a little something about that. Of course, my heart goes out to all the families involved in the helicopter crash and stuff. In times like these, when we look at professional athletes, it's almost, it doesn't matter what color jersey they wore, They were just part of the entertainment. They're part of the game. They're part of the sport. They're part of the history, That is sports entertainment in the United States, And whether you were a Laker fan or I just called Michael Jordan the greatest basketball player to ever play, I mean, I'm not a Bulls fan. I was never a Bulls fan. I've liked my fair share of basketball, and I kind of like the NBA I like the NFL. I don't really have a favorite team. I just like players and such, I just, I like the integrity of the sport. That's what I appreciate. Competition, championships, Anyway, apparently I am on a rumble. I'm on a rant of some sort. Boy, muscle relaxers are kicking in or something. I have no idea, man. So I'll see you guys tonight. Hopefully I'll be a little more clear-headed. And, Prime out.
It would not be a Raider Reaction morning show without a D-bag of the day. And another member of the Raider Reaction hype team steps up to the plate. And you know how we do it. We take these bitches yard. You, sir, are a fucking douchebag.
What's cracking? Raider Chris here. And as many of you know, I get after it. I get after it so damn much, I blew my fucking knee out at a tailgate and didn't even get into the game. Don't regret it. Never will. It was awesome. But my douchebag of the fucking day since I'm back in the gym training and trying to get back to getting right, are these dirtbag motherfuckers that don't wipe the equipment down. Or just sit there on their phone. Dude, move it! What the fuck is wrong with you? You want to talk to her? Step aside, get her fucking number, call her later. But the one that really irks me and gets on my motherfucking nerves is not wiping your shit down. That's douchebag, if not ultimate dirtbag material. You fucking disgusting motherfuckers. So, excuse me while I'm driving. But, yeah, that's my fucking douchebag, dirtbag of the day. Peace.
Big L's got something on his mind, and he would like to have your ear for a minute. Sit back. Listen to the biggin.
Hey, good going. How we doing, Raider Nation? It's your boy Big L. As you can see, yeah, it's off season. I'm still always gonna rep Raider, but LA all day. I'm a Dodger fan. So as I sit here and mull, as I listen to our fearless GM Mike Mayock and Mayock I trust, got a couple of things on my mind. You know, the reality of it is, man, of all people, Colin Cowter gave me something to rationalize. It was a valid point. There are no less than 50 draftable receivers in the draft. However, we need to start seriously looking at, we know we need to upgrade our defense at linebacker. We know we need to upgrade our defense at corner. I think safety will be okay if we get Joseph back and we put people in their proper positions to let them play safety instead of cornerback. We had a Pro Bowl safety that ended up playing cornerback because of necessity. So, my thing is this here. Why not draft an offensive guard? Why not draft a center? Keep that offensive line. Why not draft a tackle? Because remember, Kelechi Osemele was a so-so tackle before they moved him inside to make him a Pro Bowl guard. Who's to say we can't do the same thing with Colton Miller if he's an average tackle again? Because Osemele was an average tackle. So why not? There's 50 draftable receivers. Other than Judy, there's a gigantic drop-off after Judy. So why go receiver with the first pick when we know that we can pick up something very quality in the second round? There's not a lot of linemen in this draft, but the linemen that are there are incredible. Don't forget what Indy did 2 years ago and giving up the third pick to drop back to get their future Hall of Fame offensive guard. And the Jets got Sam Darnold, who is good, but he's 3 years in, not Hall of Fame level. But that's what turned the Colts offensive line into bullies. They had an offensive lineman they could build around. That's a spot where you rarely get a polished product coming into the league. So that's a thought that your boy Big L had. Just something for y'all to chew on during the day. Y'all have a great day. Keep it Raider. And go blue. Dodger and otherwise. It's your boy. Peace.
And now, to send you out into your hump day, to just absolutely take control of the rest of this day and make it your bitch. Your Raider. Quote of the day. Love yourself. Respect yourself. Never sell yourself short. Believe in yourself regardless of what people think. You can accomplish anything, absolutely anything, if you set your mind to it. Words of the Raider legend, Marcus Allen. Have a kick-ass Wednesday, Raider Nation. Make sure you tune in tonight for the extended cut. with the Raider Reaction resident sports guru Prime. You do not want to miss it. We have no idea where the fuck Prime goes on Wednesdays, but he'll go wherever we goddamn well pleases. Don't miss it tonight, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, live right here on Raider Reaction. Until next time, I'm out. Peace, love, Raider Nation.